between the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal. And a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Slam, slam. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Slam, slam, slam. Check, 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 check. Hey, express, express.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
51, Sub. I'm coming after you. Shoot.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, Mike's 50. I'm coming. Check 26, check 26.
They toss to Freeman. That one 28 yards on the ground. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
Tighten up.
The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
And there's a... Up you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
34-yard line.
Ready, blue 80, right 25.
Kill, 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 kill. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Ready, right 25.
Coming to you, coming to you. Check 4, check 4. Check 24, check 24. Wide, get wide. Check. Check out.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a 1st down.
Hey, Tuesday.
Alert 3. Switch.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check.
Hey, Ripley.
Check 50, check 50.
Now a toss right, Freeman. Freeman a 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from the 20. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
First carry for James Conner. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Easy.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And Jones has it over the middle. The end result, 21 yards. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Switch. Say. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Wait.
Running right, this is Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Good 80. Like 25.
That's track. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. 36, 36. Alert flare, flare. Shift, watch the shift.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
Fourth down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio.
A 30-yard attempt.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Fourth down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check 3. Take both of them. Check 3.
On second down, counter looking for space. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Right there.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Roethlisberger will throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Stay with your man. Double.
Watch twist.
On first and 10 is counter. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Kill. Easy. Check. Flash down.
On 2nd down now. It's Connor, and he is going to be stopped at scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Steelers.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And this is incomplete. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against his secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Dante Moncrief, 53 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On first down, it's Freeman. They find some open field here. That's Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. A gain of 6 there on first.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Alert. All day.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Hey, ready? Black 20.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Jim. Watch safety creep. You good? Safety's creeping.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Able to find Switzer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Whip. Watch the whip. Solid, 5 down.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Dante Moncrief. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Boswell for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Next the score, Falcons 17, Steelers 14. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
SOS. 21. SOS. He's coming. Hey, South. Go. Twins.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Get that quarterback.
Now it's Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 24. Check 99. 39. Check. Gun.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
It's a party now. Check. Lucky. 25. Check 25. Hey, check 24. Watch 20. Hey, express. Out. Mike's 50.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
Ready, 25. I got you. Sponge. No. Watch the eye. Check. 51. Check.
second down, Freeman. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yeah. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Set the tone, defense.
Hey, Tuesday. Let him go.
Ryan now to throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Check. Slam. No. Off.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The fullback dive held up short. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the twist.
Again, it's Connor. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Check. Crunch. He's through. He's checking. Crash. He's coming.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Washington. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go. 180.
Let's go, defense.
Focus.
Watch the safety cream.
They'll run on first down. Connor able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
That's what I do. Check the backer.
Snickers.
Check your hot read.
Let's go.
Again, a run with Connor. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Beat these two. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team.
Tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check 3, check 3. Shift, shift. Check, 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 check. Get out.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 49 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile. Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
Freeman again. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill, 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 kill.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.